Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the League of Europe with the lads of Division 4 for round number 12 here at the Belgium Grand Prix Spa-Francorchamps, and this is going to be a very exciting race. Spa always throwing up possible mixed conditions. It does look a bit cloudy out there right now. We could get mixed conditions in quali, and obviously the infamous Eau Rouge and Radion can cause a few issues. We have seen in D3 that a few safety cars have come out. I would not be surprised if we get at least one here today. But with such iconic corners here as we know, Blanchimont, Pouillon, Eau Rouge, Radion, the Camel Straight, and turn 1 La Source, as we got Ryan and Kieran coming out directly behind the Alfa Romeo of Slayer. As I am just going to bring up the stream right now. That's the wrong stream. By the way guys, also being streamed right now is Division 2 with our fantastic commentators for D2, QVR Dakar and QVR Verstappen. So if you guys want to pop on over, show them some love as well, it would be much appreciated. But of course, you can always stay here and watch the fantastic racing that we're going to have with the lads of Division 4. Strategy around here, a relatively simple one stop, being the soft to the mediums or mediums to the softs. However, safety cars can change that, as it looks like the Red Bulls, they're not really backing off the Alfa Romeo. So maybe looking for that slipstream, as Calvin Christian has had a name change to Frosty Calvin. So we'll keep an eye on that to see if I forget to call him Frosty Calvin. But here we go. We're going to stay on board with Ryan, as Palmer has retired from the session. Oh, he's lost it at the exit of the bus stop chicane, and it looks like a spot of rain. It is raining guys, so no wonder everyone came out immediately. We have rain here in qualifying, so this is it. This is the do or die lap for everyone. As we come towards the end of the Camel Straight, as it's an invalidation there for Ryan, and that could possibly chuck him towards the back of the grid. Has Kieran kept it clean? Yes he has. So Ryan moving out of the way as the rain is coming down. So what can Slayer do? He is going to be the first one across the line, so we'll stay on board with Slayer, as we got Rash in the chat calling Ryan a bottle job. I mean, as we got our first spinner in Pouillon, and that is the McLaren of Ryan B. So Ryan B struggling with the conditions, but the man who actually has the best chance of taking pole here is Slayer. So we'll stay on board and we'll see if the man in the Alfa Romeo can deliver on pole, or will it get snagged away by the likes of Kieran, who has backed out, I think, unless he's lost it through Blanchimont. As oh no, Slayer didn't manage to finish his lap. He's gone straight into the wall. Unbelievable, as Dale has retired. Right, we're starting to get times in. Jasper on pole with a 47.1. These conditions really slowing down everyone right now. What can Frosty Calvin do as he comes into the bus stop very deep on the first part of the chicane, but the second part, is he going to be able to get a good time in? A 49.5. Anyone else? As Don, oh, Don with the slide of dreams coming into the pits here. Ghost Recon has gone off. Sven also off. Craigie as well. This is unbelievable. The conditions right now really causing havoc, and it looks like Sven has lost it in Radion, and so has Car Cannon. So everyone pretty much only having one lap to do something decent. Unfortunately, as we just catch Ibo, who not taking the most ideal line into the pit stop, but he is in the pits now. So the question is, for the likes of Mir Ryan, Don Steering Wheel, Ghost Recon, and everyone else who is still in the session apart from Slayer, Palmer and both Racing Points, is they'll have to chuck on a set of intermediates. However, Ryan coming out on a set of softs, so let's see how he's going to handle the conditions on top of the hill. It does look like it is intermediate conditions right now, as Palmer in the chat saying at least he's got a free choice of tyre compound. I mean, there is that, mate. There is that. And yeah, the conditions is too wet for the dry tyres. He's just going to go straight on at every single corner. As Frankie is very happy that Jasper has put it on pole, and by some margin as well. However, I think that is just the case of Jasper getting the better conditions compared to the likes of those around him. And then we got Cloudy in third. I think that is Cloudy's best qualifying position, same as Jordan as well. So those two doing fantastic, making sure that they got a time on the board, as it is it's going to be a very slow and slippery journey back to the pits, as we do have Don who is out on the intermediates. And now this is the thing, everyone now that hasn't set a time will have to go out on the intermediates to at least get something on the board. So the best that the likes of May Ryan, Don Steering Wheel, Ghost Recon, Smitsky, Kieran, the best that they're going to be able to hope for is going to be P8. Oh sorry, no, they might actually be able to get, no, they will get ahead of Car Cannon at 2 minute 25. The best they're hoping for is P7 here. But with them qualifying on the intermediate tyres, they will also have free choice of tyre compound as Kieran clips the curb at Blanchimont and almost losing it. I wonder if that's what he done on his first flying run, as he is about to set up his lap. Absolute tank slapper there coming out the final corner, as Ryan B has retired from the session. So a lot of people not even bothering with the intermediates. We've got a yellow flag in sectors 1 and 3, and that's going to be for Ryan, who has lost it on top of the hill. Know what you want to see now. Kieran is going to be the first. He's actually gone purple in sector 1, so fantastic straight line speed there from the man in the Red Bull. Now surely he's not going to be able to trouble Jasper, Jordan, Cloudy, Jeron, Calvin or Alt Maverick, just because of the fact that they were able to get the most out of the changeable conditions, where the softs were slightly better than the intermediates. But Kieran running a bit wide through pool, and a little bit of a tank slapper there on the exit, but able to hold it together. As we're cursed in the chat saying that Ryan needs to get a grip. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone's going to be able to get a grip at the moment, but a purple sector 2 there from Kieran. This actually could be very decent. He's gone purple in sector 1, purple in sector 2. There's absolutely no way that it's going to trouble the front runners. It's definitely not, but I'm not sure why the game has given him purple sector 1 and 2, but he is going to come across the line now. Is it going to be a sub 2 minute time? That's going to be the question, and it is. It is a 57.9, so not a bad lap there. What about Don steering wheel? Is he going to improve? He does get ahead. What about his teammate Smitsky? Smitsky to the line. We'll go P9. So now we are waiting on, yeah, we got Ghost Recon now coming up towards the bus stop chicane. A lot of guys already retiring from the session, both racing points. Ryan B, last week's race winner at Hungary, retiring from the session. Both Alfa Romeos, as Ghost actually does a little bit better than Kiwan, so Kiwan down in 9th. Meanwhile, Ibo has invalidated his lap, so about me, Ryan. He is on his out lap right now, so we'll stay on board. We'll stay on board with me, Ryan, and I wonder what the conditions are going to be like for the race. If anyone in the stream who's no longer taking part in qualifying could, maybe give me a little message, let me know. As we have the Toro Rosso of Alt Maverick. Oh, as Mir Ryan losing it through Eau Rouge and on the top of Radion, spins it and into the wall he will go. As Raj saying it's going to be a dry. Well, Raj, you're not in the session. I can't take I can't take your word for granted here. But Mir Ryan once again absolutely bottling his quali run, and he was a guy who was hoping for a very good result here. He's got decent pace around here, so maybe, as Raj said, he got it from Discord. Okay, has Ibo straight on. As Jordan retires from the session, 5 minutes left in the qualifying session. I wonder if the likes of Jasper or Cloudy will go out on the Indus just to get a little bit of a feel for it. Oh, as Jerome clipping Blanchimon and going completely around, spinning like a ballet dancer on ice. But this is not dancing on ice. This is Spa, and we have changeable conditions here. This is intermediate conditions, as Ibo saying Jasper was a 144 last season. Yeah, unfortunately it's just the conditions that have played a massive role here in lap times, and obviously Jasper, Jordan, Cloudy, Jerome, Calvin and Alt Maverick able to set a lap on the dry tyres, meaning that they lock out the first 3 rows of the grid. But an interesting battle going on in the championship right now. Don steering wheel absolutely level with May Ryan on points, and both of them 14 points behind the man who is in the chat right now, who was racing in the Renault, which was Raj. So both of them have an opportunity right now. If they get a podium here, they overtake Raj to go second. Whoever finishes ahead of those two will be ahead, and Jasper, as we know, he has a commanding lead in the championship. So they've got their work cut out to catch up to Jasper, but also a 25-point lead that Red Bull have in the constructors against McLaren in second. So it is going to be very, very interesting, with both Red Bulls not really up there, both Haas's up there. They could cause a bit of an upset, maybe get some good points there for the Haas team. And of course, you're both McLarens all the way down at the back. Dave hasn't set a lap, and neither has Ibo, as Car Cannon actually pops into 7th with a 56.7. So a great job there from Car Cannon in the Mercedes, partnering Jerome here today. As Kieran on the top of Radion, I literally just looked at the chat, turned my head back, and there goes Kieran at the top of Radion into the wall. Heavy front wing damage there for the Red Bull, and we're just waiting on both Ferraris now, and we're also waiting to see what Dave and Ibo are going to do. Dave has chucked on a set of Inters, but he's not out of the pits, so he is going to be unable to set a lap. We got Ibo out on the wet tyres. I don't think it's quite full wet conditions yet, Ibo. But that is Kieran's session completely over and done with. So not a good showing here from the Red Bulls in qualifying. Both of them, unfortunately, unable to complete a lap when it mattered on the softs. And both struggled with the changeable conditions. As Ibo said, it's a dry race on a thin wire of job. Jeff said so. So if that's the case, it's cloudy all the way, as Smitsky has retired from the session. Now Don Steering Wheel is about to start his flying lap, as a little bit twitchy on the traction there, and Kieran will have to retire and accept 10th place, but he will have free choice of tyre compound, as will Car Cannon, Don Steering Wheel and Goats Recon. So the only two guys out on track right now is Car Cannon and Don Steering Wheel. Car Cannon has invalidated his lap, so we only got eyes for Don Steering Wheel right now. Is he going to be able to sneak 7th place off the man in the Mercedes? We'll stay on board. Don't worry about it, Ibo. What's called, when it comes to the top 5 moments, it's usually top 5 moments in the race, not quali, so you know, as long as you lock in D4 will give me some good action for the race. As Don Steering Wheel a second up on this time. This is going to be very close with Car Cannon. He is slightly ahead right now, but if he gets good traction out of the bus stop, he might be able to sneak ahead of the Mercedes. So here we go into the bus stop chicane. Doesn't run too deep. He's got to make sure he gets a nice exit here, and he has got a relatively nice one, and he does. Pinch P7 from Car Cannon. as after that changeable conditions qualifying, we have Jasper on pole position with Jordan, the Scotsman, in second place, locking out that front row. Then we got the Haas of Cloudy in third, Pippin, the Mercedes of Jerome in fourth. Then we got Frosty Calvin in fifth with Oak Maverick in sixth. The rest unable to get a time on the soft tyres. Don Steenwell in seventh, Karkan in eighth, Ghost Recon ninth, Kieran in 10th, and then Smitsky in 11th. Then without setting the time, we have Mir Ryan, Dale, Sven, Palmer, Craigie, Ryan B, Slayer, Dave Javu and Sir Ibo rounding out the grid. And this is going to be a very, very interesting tyre choice for everyone outside of the top 6. It's not usual to see different tyre strategies going on inside the top 10, but you know, we're going to get a few interesting calls here today. Yeah, Ibo, if you just managed to get a time on the board, you would have been P12. That is the beauty of the changeable conditions here at Spa. It does look pretty dry. There is a few clouds in the sky, but maybe might cause a few issues late in the race, but should be pretty decent. So tyre choice outside of the top 6. Don opting for the soft tyres, Car Cannon opting for the medium. One of 4 people who opted for the mediums: Ghost, Kieran, Smitsky, Mir Ryan, Dale, Sven, Palmer, Sven all opting for the soft tyres. Then we got Palmer on the mediums, and we got Craigie, Ryan B and Slayer on the softs. Then at the back, on the back row, we have Dave Javu and Sir Ibro, who have opted for the medium compound. Now this is going to be very, very interesting. I mean, Jeron has been the man on the mission so far since joining Division 4. You know, some very impressive results from this man, and it's a shame he wasn't in the league early in the season, because I think he could have been right there with Jasper challenging for the championship. And you never know, I mean, if Jasper has a couple of bad races, he could still be that guy who can challenge. And of course, Sven has left the session. Oh, someone quick send him an invite, get him back in. As Ibo says, Jeff is sacked. I should have said in my reference, mate, you don't want to hire Jeff. But another guy to keep our eye on is Don Steenwell. He's got to make his way through these guys ASAP to make sure he can keep up with Jasper in this championship. And having his teammate directly in front, well, not directly in front, but alongside his closest championship rival, being Mir Ryan, that could be a very interesting turn of events that could be going on. Will Ferrari try to hold up Mir Ryan? Will Kieran play the team game and try to help Mir Ryan get through to get after these guys ASAP, or will the Red Bulls battle? That is the big question as we are waiting for everyone to get into their grid positions, as we have a terrible camera angle there and the other one's not much better. But here we go as we are getting ready to start round number 12 for Division 4 here at the League of Europe, as we go 2, 5, red lights, lights out, and we are underway. And it looks like a fantastic start there from the Mercedes of Jerome. Having a look down the inside, he's gone for the dive. Oh, contact made with Jod. That was a bit ambitious there from Jerome. And absolute front wings are flying all over the place. Ghost Recon and Cloudy side by side on the run through to Eau Rouge. Ghost Recon gets ahead though. Let's have a look and see what front wingers we got. Some guys further down the field. Everyone making it through Eau Rouge and Radion safe and sound the first time round. Right, let's have a look for front wing, if they'll give me an angle where I can actually see some front wing. Right, so as we got a yellow flag, oh, as Craigie and May Ryan's around. May Ryan and Don. Oh, this is interesting now. Don Steenwheel and May Ryan both around early on. Let's have a look. Front wing, that's what we gotta look at. So looks like Don is safe for front wing, Craigie safe, May Ryan safe, Ibo safe, Dave safe. Sven unfortunately needs an invite to get back into this lobby. If someone could send them one ASAP. Hopefully he's... Oh! Dale into the wall. We just saw it in the background. Dale into the wall. Palmer gets a 5-second severe penalty for a collision there with Dale, and a VSC has been deployed as Ghost Recon gets a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Ghost Recon into the pits along with Giron, along with Cloudy. As Jordan has front wing damage, Calvin appears to be fine. Oh, Maverick. It was Dale who went into the wall. That's what brought out the VSC, but both May Ryan and Don Steenwell down towards the back of the grid, and Ryan B has had a relatively fantastic start, all the way up in 8th right now, bringing Slayer along for the ride. Now Kieran still stuck behind Smitsky. Car Cannon right now in this position on those mediums is in a very good spot, as it looks like... I'm pretty sure I saw front wing damage for Jordan earlier, but he doesn't appear to have any more. So looking at the people who have... Oh, we got a... Oh no! That's Dave! Dave's around! And Sven has left the session again. Dave is around. It's difficult to keep up with everyone right now, as May Ryan has set a purple sector 2, trying to hunt down Ibo and Sven. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3, as Ryan B taking a very interesting line there into the bus stop. Shaking. We're going to go on board with Ryan B. He is sort of in the middle. Actually, Joe, we'll go on board with Smitsky, because Smitsky's all over the back of Car Cannon. DRS has been enabled. Don Seymour with a fastest lap of a 150.4, I believe it was. But here we go, DRS wide open. Here comes the Ferrari. He's going to try around the outside. He is going to have the superior tyre grip, but Car Cannon breaking later, as we have... Oh, safety car. Ibo! Ibo's out. Oh no, not Eau Rouge and Radion. Ibo, he's lost it at the top of Eau Rouge and Radion, and that is a full course safety car. And now we have to look at the position changes to see who has done the best on this start. So Ryan B and Slayer both up 9 places. So you can say they've both done absolutely incredible. And then of course you look at Cloudy, who started in 3rd place, now all the way down into 16th. It's not been a good start there for the man in the Haas. Don't worry about, as we have people now into the pits. Jasper and Calvin into the pits, and here's the interesting thing now, as Jasper chucks on a set of mediums, Calvin a set of the hards. Now Jasper will know this from previous experience last season in LOE, where the man who went on to win this race, who did eventually become the D3 champion, who is currently racing in D2, RG Lockdock, he made the pit stop very early for a set of mediums when the safety car came out. So Jasper taking a leaf out of Adri's page book here, pitting very early for the mediums, and this could work out very well for him, as Car Cannon gets a 5-second penalty for a collision with Alt Maverick. Guys, you don't need to get that close to people. You just don't need to. As Sven and Ray Ryan just swap places, and if anyone can get, yeah, there we go, Sven is back in the session, so hopefully takes control of his car and can get on with this race. He is currently in P7. Perfect time for him to get back into his car with the safety car being out. As yeah, we have a Toro Rosso 1-2, Alt Maverick and Jordan currently leading the field. However, the net race lead is still going to be Jasper, since he has already made his pit stop and will have no lead to pit a second time, as he can definitely take those mediums to the end. As Sven, I think he's just taking control of his car. He needs to just hang back from Slayer just a bit. And Ryan B also, I didn't catch this, Ryan B also went into the pits, so he's chucked on a set of the hard compound tyres. Don Steenwell opted for a set of the mediums. So as it stands right now, who has made their pit stops? Right, so Jasper and Calvin pit stopped for mediums and hards respectively. Jeron will be able to go to the end on those hards, that's no worries. Ryan B also, Ghost Recon, it says he has made a pit stop and he's not going to be able to go to the end on those softs. That is not going to happen. Cloudy and Dave are probably stretching the limits of the mediums, but he might be alright with the safety car, might be alright. And then of course we got Don, who should be able to get to the end pretty easily. As the safety car should be in this lap, we're going to go back to a broadcast camera, as we're just going to, as Calvin picks up a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits, and that has really just given Jasper massive breathing room there, as the Toro Rossos were changing positions, but it appears they've slotted back into position now. So again, ready. Safety car should be in this lap. We'll go on board with Jord to see if those lights go out. Yeah, people did say it would rain, but looking at the conditions right now, I don't think rain is in the imminent future, as the safety car is going to come in this lap. So now Jordan will have to back up the pack. He is now the pace setter, and we've got to make sure that no one really gets caught out, because if you get front wing damage right here, it is going to be a absolute nightmare of a restart. So we're going to wait and see when is the Toro Rosso going to go. Safety car is almost in, and here we go. We're back racing once again as Craigie picks up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. But here we go, car cannon all over the back of Maverick. He's got great traction out there. He's going to try it. No, he's not. Meanwhile, behind Kieran, all over the back of Smitsky. Ghost Recon getting past Ryan B. And that is the advantage of softs versus hards. Kieran picking up a 3-second time penalty as he is all over the back of Smitsky. This could be the move for P4. Kieran down the inside, but Smitsky brakes later and pinches him to the curb. So the Ferrari defending this with absolutely everything he has got. Meanwhile, Jordan still leading the way. Meanwhile, Ryan, he is going to be absolutely fuming right now with the fact that Jasper has made his pit stop and is directly behind him. Craigie dropping down positions as Ryan B and Ghost Recon were side by side as I just flicked through it, and Ghost Recon dropping positions, getting a little bit out of shape there from being side by side with Ryan B, so not good. As meanwhile Smitsky all over the back of Car Cannon, who is equally being under pressure from Kieran as Kieran tries it around the outside for the bus stop chicane. Looks on the switchback, unable to get it though. Oh, Sven has spun it, and Ryan B gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting, and Sven is around. We just saw it in the background. Yellow flags in sector 3. That is not good there for the racing point. Meanwhile, on board with Kieran now, he's got a fantastic run up through Illusion Radion. No DRS yet, this is just pure slipstream. Is he going to be able to get... No, it looks like Smitsky does have a bit better straight line speed, but Kieran going to try and brake a little bit later. He was there, Smitsky. Leave the loom. All the time you have to leave the space. As Kieran, he is going to be raging at that because he was there. But at this moment in time, Smitsky does keep ahead of the Red Bull. Meanwhile, Jasper has dropped a few positions. He is now down in 10th place. He doesn't have front wing damage, so I'm wondering if he has just... if that incident with Sven just slowed him down enough that Jerome and Calvin were able to pass him. Meanwhile, Maverick all over the back of his teammate. The Toro Rossos could be changing position again as we got yellow flag in sector 2. I don't know what's going on there, but right now we have the battle for the race lead. Maverick into the slipstream of Jordan. Is he going to try it down the inside of the bus stop chicane? No, he thinks better of it. Smart lad. Smart lad. As I think DRS will be enabled this lap. Yes, it will. as Craigie has retired from the session. Don't know what's going on there. I don't know where Craigie has retired to. Ghost Recon gets past Palmer, but we're going to stick on board with this. In fact, Car Cannon must have had an absolute brilliant run out of turn 1, because he is all over the back of the Toro Rossos right now. So right now, Jordan could be under pressure from both guys ahead, but Smitsky now also under pressure from Kieran, and Kieran finally gets out. Oh, it's Alt Maverick is off. Oh, I wonder if Alt Maverick and Jordan made contact with each other, but Alt Maverick is off. I think we might have caught a little bit of that on stream, but just a bit up the road. I'm not sure if we caught it, though. It's unfortunate there for Alt Maverick. Now he is behind May Ryan. Meanwhile, now we have Smitsky under pressure from Slayer. And May Ryan as well. So this is where Smitsky can play the team game right now for Don steering wheel. Because Don at the moment all the way down in 15th place. If Smitsky can hold up May Ryan for as long as possible, it'll come back in Don steering wheel's advantage as Ryan B, as we got Jordan and Car Cannon having a bit of a ding dong into the bus stop chicane. We are literally just catching the end of all these attempts. It is very close right now in this pack. Let's see. As Murain actually gets past Slayer, so good job there from the Red Bull. We're going to go on board with Car Cannon. He's going to go to the inside. He's going to get a bit squeezed by the Toro Rosso, but fair, and Car Cannon now gets through and gets that job done. Now this is the moment where those mediums are going to be so much better than the softs, and it looks like, oh, May Ryan down the inside of Smitsky. That was a very, very ambitious dive there, and fair play, he caught Smitsky napping, and that was a fantastic move there from May Ryan, absolutely catching the Ferrari napping, and that is what happens. Meanwhile, Alt Maverick down the inside of Frosty Calvin. They're going to be side by side. Can the Toro also hang it around the outside? He can, but unable to keep it down the inside. But Frosty Calvin will run right, and they're going to be side by side. And was that a little spot of rain I just saw? Yes, it is. So Jeff was right. We now have rain falling down onto the track, and this has just put this race back on its head. May Ryan, a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Kieran into the pits. Oh no, Kieran, it is too early, mate. It is too early for the intermediate tyre. I assume that is what he's going to go on. No, he's chucked on a set of the mediums. Oh no, Kieran. That is not the play. As Slayer and Smitsky side by side. I was about to say Slayer picking up a 3-second time penalty, but Slayer actually going for a move on May Ryan for the podium, and May Ryan holds on. Jasper, meanwhile, making ground, getting up into 7th place. The rain is coming down. Unfortunately though, both Kieran and Alt Maverick did not think to change their tyres to the intermediates. I think that's what's going on. When you're battling hard, you sometimes forget that you've got to change your icon, the next tyre, to the intermediates, and I think that's what's happened to both of them. because now the rain is here and they have just given up a lot of track position. Meanwhile, May Ryan, it looks like we had quite a few position changes there, but May Ryan all over the back of Jordan, and this is the Red Bull family at war right now. The Toro Rosso and the Red Bull, and May Ryan is going to keep it as Jordan into the pit, so he's pulled the trigger. As we got the Mercedes of Jerome getting a little bit out of shape there. Now, is Jordan going on the inters? This would be very interesting if he does chuck on the intermediate tyre. Yes, he does. So now we've got to see the time difference between whoever is directly in front of him and those intermediate. See if they work again. Meanwhile, Slayer getting past May Ryan, Calvin and Jasper side by side, and Jasper getting the job done. Don Steenwell getting past Cloudy tried to send it back down the inside, and that's Don around, and that is gonna be a possible stewards report, I think, incoming there for Cloudy. But Don Steenwell, he's not been having a good race so far. The question is, when will people make their pit stops? I'm keeping an eye on that time between Jordan and Old Maverick, as it looks like it's too early. Yeah, looks like it's a little bit too early for the intermediates. Jordan struggling right now. Right, as we speak, as May Ryan's into the pit, so May Ryan calling it now. He's saying he thinks it's Indus. However, we're seeing Jordan has been struggling. May Ryan does have a 5-second time pen, so he will have to serve that. But if he has called this perfectly, he should be able to make that time back up. As Ghost Recon also into the pits, as well as you can just see the track is getting greasier and greasier. It's getting into that period right now where it is going to be very slippery on every single curb. Oh no, May Ryan has chucked on the set in the mediums. Oh no, May Ryan is raining. Oh, that is heartbreaking. But it does look like, it still looks like the dries are the better tyre for this moment in time, but it's only going to get wetter and wetter, surely. As May Ryan gets past Ghost Recon, but surely it's going to get wet enough for the Inters. As Ibo in the chat saying that Palmer's crashed, front wing damage. That is unfortunate. Meanwhile, Palmer's teammate all over the back of the championship leader Jasper. Is he going to pull to the inside for the bus stop chicane? Yes, he is. Down the inside he will go. He runs deep, and Jasper forced off circuit there. They both made contact, so it's a bit harsh on both lads, I'd say. Calvin could have given Jasper quite a bit more room there on the outside, but Jasper could have also backed out. Meanwhile, oh no, Cloudy spins it on the exit of turn 1, and that is yellow flag in sector 1, but why have we got yellow flags in sector 3 as well? I'm not sure. So, sit wet. It is still raining. Is it going to get wet enough for Inters? Surely it is. Ryan B, a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. That is a big penalty. And into the pits he will come. Surely it's got to be Inters. It's Cloudy and Ghost actually battling it out, so this could be a good opportunity to see. As it looks like Jordan is starting to gain a bit on Dave, so I don't know, are we at that crossover period right now? I don't know, but these guys battling for second on track. Smitsky, Jasper and Calvin and Giron actually. I keep missing that he's been closing in steadily on this battle as Smitsky very deep into the corner, but he will come into the pits. It is getting slippier and slippier. You can see they're struggling to keep it down on traction. Calvin getting overtaken by Giron for P3, so it is a Mercedes double podium as it stands right now. And Smitsky onto the intermediates. Has Smitsky called this correct? He is going to come out ahead of Mirai and Jerome with a 3-second time penalty. So Smitsky's going to come out right behind his teammate. I'm guessing there's going to be some information shared back and forth between the two about the conditions. Meanwhile, Calvin all over the back of Jerome. As Ghost Recon back into the pits for a set of mediums. Dave into the pits for mediums. Oh, Maverick into the pits for mediums. And George is in the pits, but we're not sure yet what tyre he's going to go on to. Yeah, it's getting wetter and wetter. Surely everyone's got to be chucking on the Inters soon, as Don has just let Smitsky go. Meanwhile, the likes of Ghost Recon and Jordan have come into the pits and they have chucked on a set of dry tyres. So they've made the stop under Inters for no good reason. And it is just getting wetter. We still have this light rain down. And it looks like the Inters are the better tyre now. Smitsky is closing in on Slayer. So now into the pits comes Car Cannon. Jasper. Calvin stays out and Jerome is going to have to double stack with his teammate. And Kieran stays out for another lap. Slayer is going to stay out for another lap. Smitsky going very deep into the corner, getting a 3-second time penalty. And Don is into the pits as well. What about May Ryan? May Ryan also into the pits. So now everyone is going to be coming into the pits. A VSC now coming out. So that is good for the likes of Car Cannon, Jasper, Jerome, May Ryan and Don Steamwell. May Ryan especially, because that 5-second time pen that he had, he's just had to serve it. So he is going to come out directly ahead of his nearest championship rival. This is going to get very tasty, guys. As Smitsky comes out behind Car Cannon, but ahead of Jasper by a bit of a margin as well. So the gaps have alternated a bit. Meanwhile, we got Slayer, who is all over the back of Kieran for second place. It is absolute it is just way too wet now. Has Ghost Recon has left the session? Oh no, what's going on with Ghost? Has Ghost retired in the pits? Oh, he hadn't he had medium selected. And Jordan also has the mediums on. Meanwhile, Karkan getting past Slayer. Smitsky is also there as well. So Smitsky's going to get past the Alfa Romeo as well. Now Car Cannon needs to play this a bit clever because he realises now that Kieran has to come into the pits. Don't go for the dive down the inside. Let Kieran have... Oh no! Kieran understeering off! And that has opened the door for Smitsky, perhaps, maybe. No, not quite. But that has closed the gap down. Meanwhile, Calvin staying up for another lap. And Calvin is just going to lose so much time. And Slayer stayed up for another lap as well. Guys, surely it is intermediate conditions now. But right now, Car Cannon is effectively the net race leader. Mir Ryan picks up a 3-second time penalty, and Calvin I saw. So Car Cannon effectively in the lead of this race. Jasper in second. Jasper in third. As Smitsky right now currently at second place. I can't remember if Smitsky picked up a penalty, but I haven't seen one from Jasper. Jeroen has definitely picked one up, but he is closing in on Jasper, so maybe as Calvin is struggling with these conditions, needs to be careful. Oh, as Jasper lost the back end. Jasper loses the back end, and down the inside goes Jeroen in the third place, and they got to avoid Calvin, who is struggling right now to get back around this track. And Slayer off as well. The dry tyres have really fallen off a cliff. As Mir Ryan down the inside of Slayer, as we have Ghost in the chat saying that he was told by Jeff he is going to dry in the next few minutes. So is it going to be enough to warrant Calvin and Slayer staying out on the dries? That is going to be the big question. Calvin into the pits. Nah, he realizes the mistake is made. The Inters are just so much faster in these conditions. Slayer going off. Don, please. Oh no, Don has made contact there with Slayer, and that is heartbreaking. Now Slayer's gonna have to go around for another lap. Meanwhile, Don Steenwheel has been in the wars this race, and it continues. And oh no, Slayer's got front wing damage as well. Oh, this is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for Slayer. Just because he was on the dry tyre, he was struggling. Meanwhile, we have Cloudy getting past Dave as Slayer picks up a 3-second time penalty. I'm not surprised. As Sven also over the back of this. Ryan B at the moment outside of the points by some margin, as Don Steenwheel has retired. No, not at the... Where was that? As a VSC has come out, so at least that will help the likes of Oak Maverick and Jordan a bit, as Slayer picks up a drive-through penalty. Wow. Now I'm not sure what has gone on by here, but there was Don Steenwheel's car. It was off on the left, but there. So I'm not sure what has happened, but Don Steenwheel retiring from this race. That means that Mir Ryan is going to be a lot happier, knowing that he is going to effectively take what should be third place comfortably as Jasper has a look to the inside of Smitsky. Sorry, Giron looking to the inside of Smitsky, and Jasper sneaking around there as well. I'm sorry guys, my mind has completely gone out the window. My mind is gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's broken. It's broken. But the battle for second place is on between Smitsky, Giron and Jasper. Jasper looks like he's got it under control there. Meanwhile, Slayer still struggling around on those medium tyres. He is just going to drop position after position. It has not worked out for him. What's 2 plus 2? 22. 2 plus 2, 22. This is... Oh no, Jordan! Jordan's retired. Where was that to? I'm not sure. On the exit of Pouillon. Oh no. Meanwhile, we got this freeway battle for P8 now between Cloudy, Dave and Sven. So we'll keep an eye on that to see what transpires there. But another VSC on lap 18 of 22. We still got this freeway battle for second place. Smitsky, Giron, and the championship leader, that is Jasper. And Giron actually has to back out there. That's going to put him under pressure. Of course, we do have a rule that has come out recently that you have to make sure that your timing is staying in the green when under VSC, because there is a glitch where you can pretty much cheat it as Jasper around the outside, and DRS has been enabled. Oh, now. So, oh no, it's Jasper's gone very wide, but he keeps it out of the wall. Thank God there, Jasper keeps it out of the wall. But now DRS has been enabled. Are we going to see people fly into the pits? Okay, so we don't see any of these three into the pits. It is going to get back to bone dry, and these intermediate tyres will overheat. Drive through for Smitsky. To be honest, mate, I was too busy focusing on Jasper trying it around the outside. But yeah. So Smitsky has a drive-through penalty now, which is not good. Meanwhile, Sven and Cloudy has lost it. So Cloudy has lost it as we are doing wet tyres on a dry track challenge right now for everyone apart from Slayer, Ryan B, who is making that pit stop, and Alt Maverick. So, and Palmer, who's going to come into the pits as well. Car Cannon picking up a 3-second time penalty. So Smitsky, from the looks of it, because he has sped under the VSC, he is effectively out of this battle for the race lead, as Alt Maverick has retired on the top of Eau Rouge and Radion. Oh, that looks like it was quite a hefty crash there. Meanwhile, Giron pit in for the soft tyres. Mir Ryan in for the softs as well. Everyone is in for the softs. Kieran has to double stack with his teammate. So now we get to see what is going to transpire, because Duran, if he can eat through that time ASAP right now, the car cannon, we could still be on for a battle for this race victory here. And the time is flying down. It is absolutely flying down. 24.4 seconds. The gap between car cannon and Duran is now 23.9. The time is coming down. The softs are a great call. You are absolutely right, Raj. Meanwhile, Palmer has retired. As long as everyone finishes this race now, they are guaranteed points here. And Duran has got that gap down to 21.4. I think he's going to jump him. I think Duran might just be able to jump car cannon for the race lead. Meanwhile, Jasper getting past Smitsky just before Blanchimont, and 19 seconds the gap between car cannon and Duran, the Mercedes. Car cannon stayed out. He's risking it. So's Jasper. Smitsky's in, obviously, for his drive-through. Oh, now this is going to get tasty. 2 laps left. Can Duran, Ryan, and possibly Kieran, can they catch up to Jasper? I think Duran's got a good chance here. You saw the way he was eating into that time. We'll see what it is. We have 2 laps left of this race. Has Smitsky, he has served his drive-through penalty, but that is going to put him under jeopardy now, because Ryan is going to be all over the back of him. He is going to have DRS, which should help him along, as Palmer has left the session. Guys, I want your predictions in right now. Can the Mercedes of Duran catch up to his teammate for this race win? As that time is absolutely flying down. He is all over the back of Jasper already. I've got a text on Murray Walker saying great job. So me and Murray, we're good. Me and Murray, we're tight. So Duran now, he's got so much more grip. He's going to try it around the outside. Jasper's going to have to defend with absolutely everything he's got. But there goes Duran around the outside, and now he's only got his teammate to catch up to, and is 7.7 seconds. Oh, this could be it. And let's not forget Ryan. He is only 7 seconds behind Jasper. Oh, we're going to be in for an absolute treat on the final lap, guys. Right now, it is a Mercedes 1-2. I believe it will stay a Mercedes 1-2, but which Mercedes will be on that top step of the podium? As Ryan sets the fastest lap in his hunt of this man. Jasper in 3rd place. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an absolute nail-biter, because Jasper and car cannon, they are going to defend with absolutely everything. Smitsky dropping down positions. Unfortunately, that drive-through penalty has really hindered his chances, but he is quite some margin ahead of Dave, so he should be able to hold on to 7th. But here we go. We are under a second. Oh, here he goes down the inside. John, and he gets that move done. So car cannon just moving out the way. Meanwhile, Ryan down the inside of Jasper, and that is move done. Now, can Kieran catch up to the Haas? That is going to be the question right now, because I think car cannon has enough of a gap right now where he doesn't have to worry about Ryan, but Kieran is just over 5 seconds behind the Haas. Are we going to see a very late move on the final lap? Oh, it is on. It is on. And here goes Kieran. Oh, it's Jasper trying to squeeze him. Tried to cover it off, but Kieran down the inside gets our place. And Jerome to the line will pick up the race victory. Carcannon in second place, perhaps. Yes, he will maintain second. Oh no, May Ryan. Oh, it's a drag race to the line. And May Ryan actually gets it because Carcannon had a penalty. Meanwhile, Kieran is going to cross the line in fourth place. Will he stay there? Yes, he does. Jasper unable to get the job done. Calvin in sixth place, and now Smitsky. Yeah, it was incredibly close for second place. Karkan had a 3-second time penalty, and you can see the gap there, 2.916. So it was less than a tenth between the two of them as they crossed over the line. Smitsky will get seventh place. He'll be a little bit upset that he had that drive-through penalty, but at least he's going to score some decent points here. As Dave in 8th, Sven in 9th, Slayer will get 10th, and Cloudy is a double points finish here for the Hasses. He almost jumped Slayer actually, so Ryan B will cross the line in 12th. So last week's race winner gets one solitary point here today. What a race. What a absolutely nail biting end to that race, with Jerome, Ryan B and Kieran on the soft compound tyres when the track was drying to hunt down the likes of Jasper and Carcannon to get those overtakes done, to get the gap as well that they did. It's a double Mercedes podium, but a fantastic comeback there from May Ryan, and that has actually moved him to second in the championship. So congratulations to the man in the Red Bull. So let's have a look at the final race results. So Jerome, our race winner, and then we have May Ryan in second place, both making 3 pit stops, so showing how their races have gone. And Jerome also, actually no, Kieran picks up the oh no, it is actually Calvin that picks up the fastest lap, my bad. Carcan in second, Kieran in 4th, Jasper in 5th, Calvin in 6th with the fastest lap, 7th Smitsky, Dave in 8th, Sven in 9th, 10th Slayer, Cloudy 11th, Ryan B in 12th picking up the last point. And then our non-finishers were, if I can just get it up real quick, okay, right, it's not allowing me to get it up. It is showing me qualifying. That is not what we want to see. But yeah, 12 finishers here, changeable conditions. What a fantastic race, and I think doing the top 5 is going to be a little bit trickier in this week as well. But thank you guys for joining me here today, and next week we will be at the Italian Grand Prix for Monza in front of the Tifosi. So until next week guys, goodbye and have a good one.